Artur Beterbiev wins a majority decision over Dmitry Bivol to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. Welcome back to the channel, and I just want to give my quick reaction to this fight. And I have to say that this fight between Beterbiev and Bivol really delivered. I listened to a lot of pundits, a lot of fighters giving their views about this fight, and it was very hard for everyone to kind of choose a winner between the two. There was great arguments for either man, but when it comes to fights like this, where the best is fighting the best, you just know as a boxing fan that you're in for a treat. And before the fight, I slightly was edging towards Bivol to win the fight, purely because he's the younger fighter. I believe he has the better boxing skills, and he's actually, in his career, has fought more rounds than Beterbiev. So I just thought that that might be a telling factor. But I wasn't taken away from Beterbiev's strength, power, and just the way he's just so clinical when he fights his opponents. From the opening round, it was very clear that Beterbiev had a game plan, and his game plan was very clear, was to be on the front foot, to be dominant, to be putting that pressure on Bivol. But what I could see from Bivol is that Bivol didn't seem very bothered about the pressure that Beterbiev was putting on him. Bivol seemed quite happy to be fighting on the back foot. And there were times when Beterbiev would get him in the corner or on the ropes, but he would bounce back with like a counter. And just his movement, I was very impressed with his movement. Bivol's defense as well was really, really good as well. And what I was hearing a lot from the commentary teams, and sometimes what I hear a lot of times, like when fights happen now, is when a particular fighter is on the front foot and very aggressive, um, they talk about how it's interpreted by the judges and what judges like, and this, that, and the other. And I was having this discussion with my friend Max, who I was watching the fight with. And in my opinion, like a fighter can look very dominant and be on the front foot and be throwing a lot of punches. But if those punches are not scoring punches and the majority of those punches are hitting the gloves, then you're not really winning the round. Now, if punches to the glove were scoring punches, then okay, I would say that Beterbiev was very dominant in that fight, and he won the fight very clearly. But what I could see that Bivol was doing now, he was blocking a lot of the shots with his gloves. He kept a very tight guard, and this is something I like to see boxers do now, just like, covering up, keeping their guard very close, keeping their chin down. And Bivol was very successful with his counter punches. When Beterbiev would have a punch that would land on Bivol's body or face, Bivol always came back with like two or three shots instantly. Even though Bivol was landing more scoring punches, it always felt that the punches he landed on Beterbiev wasn't really hurting him. But even though it wasn't hurting Beterbiev, there were scoring punches. I feel that the majority of people, when they watch boxing contests, they look at the fighter that throws the harder punches. And because those hard punches look more eye catching, we just automatically think, oh, well, he's dominated the round. I'll give him the round. He's more on the front foot, so I'll give him the round. Rather than looking at the majority of punches that are landing and are scoring punches. I did feel that Beterbiev did dominate the last few rounds of that fight, but going into the decision, I felt that it was going to be a draw. But if the decision was given to Beterbiev or Bivol, I thought it would be won by just 1 point. So one judge gave it a draw, and the other two gave it to Beterbiev. But let's just look at the scoring here. 114, 114. I don't have a problem with that. Glenn Fieldman, 115, 113. Not too sure about that, but I'm not too mad at that. But Pavel is scoring it 116, 112. So he's saying that Bivol only won 4 rounds? That's a madness. I know a lot of the rounds were very, very close, but you can't just give Bivol 4 rounds out of that. At best, 6 or 7, but 4? Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I've kind of given my thoughts and feelings about, landing punches and domination. Because are you really dominating a fight if you're not landing scoring punches? Now, I'm not taking anything away from Beterbiev's performance because I think it was excellent. He showed great energy levels for 12 rounds, which people didn't believe he could do. I'm just trying to offer a different way of interpreting fights. But both fighters did excellent. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.